If there's an episode of Hazbin Hotel where they have to rehabilitate Hitler, will you watch that episode?
Well, I already said yes. Hey, what's up, Bad Take Delete crew? It's me.
Is that what we're calling them? The Bad Take
It's
Delete
the
crew?
Bad Take Delete crew. It's me and you, and I'm here with my friends Ryan.
Ryan? Yeah, that's me. That's me. And the other person.
Yeah.
Who are
who's
they?
that?
Who is this other person that's right here exactly?
Wait,
are
what? What do you
Yeah.
mean another person?
There's another host because it's the new
What?
year and we wanted 3 hosts.
I think
Wait.
it's that guy on the left. I think it's
Wait,
that
you
guy.
see-
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think you're
too?
the new one. I think you're the new host.
Yeah, I've
You see
actually
them
never
too?
been here before. No, we wanted to have a new host and trying them out.
Yeah.
That's why they showed up in 2 other episodes instead of saying, hope you like them, fuckers. But we have
Well,
some
hope you like them, fuckers.
Yeah, hope you like me, fucker.
we have some riveting topics. Let me read on my phone. Can everyone check their phones to see the stuff they're about to see? Okay. A Hazbin
Alright,
Hotel.
got it.
Now, everyone's seen that. Everyone knows what that's about. JJ,
yeah, totally.
You've seen that show? What do you think
No.
of it? No? Why not? It's the
I put my
cultural
foot
phenomenon
down.
of our generation.
I put my foot down. Listen here, guys. Here's a secret that we're not supposed to tell you. This is government. This is a podcast secret.
Yeah?
We agree to watch a show that we're interested in so we could talk about it, and
Yeah.
normally we do that. You know, he put me through Superman and Lois, and I enjoyed it. I
you
put my
through.
fucking foot down. It has been Hotel or Hell of a whatever this one is.
Hazbin Hotel.
I'm not
Hazbin
watching
Boss.
it. I'm not.
Why?
It's just it. I just adamantly don't like it.
Oh wow.
Did
I
you at
don't
least-
like the sex devil.
The sex devil? Could you be
The
more
one that's
specific?
like, I
it's
can
like
suck
most
your
of them.
dick or whatever. I don't
Oh,
care
that's
for
angel
that.
dust. That's angel
The
dust.
drug?
I know the lore.
I like Angel Dust.
Everyone
He's
loves
cool.
angel dust. The guy
Yeah.
who sexually harasses everyone. He gets in
Yeah, I'm
contact
not-
with.
I'm not watching that. I'm sorry. Unless it has musical numbers, which I don't know if it. You know, it
It
would.
does.
It does.
What?
It's more of a show tune
I'm not watching it.
than a
Still not
musical
watching
number thing. In fact, I would go as far as to say, just listen to the musical numbers and you'll be fine. Like, just that. Don't watch the actual show.
it. I don't want to listen to it.
How are
either.
you supposed to listen to the musical numbers by themselves?
Very easily, actually. Just go to YouTube, type it in, Hazbin Hotel songs, and just do that.
Oh,
No
they have
problem.
everything uploaded already?
Well, not everything, because by the time this releases, 2 more episodes release. Because the first 4 came out, 2 more will come out, and then 2 more will come out, then a whole season.
And I still wouldn't have seen a single episode.
We're gonna be talking about this for a while, guys. But anyways, so Dev and I saw the first episode, but I saw
Yeah.
4. Why didn't you watch all 4 episodes exactly?
Me, because my boyfriend is a big fan of Hazbin Hotel. He wants us to watch it together, and he'll be really sad if I watch it without him.
Yeah, you don't want to like spoil yourself. You gotta gasp at very specific moments whenever you need to. You'll know
Yeah.
you're faking it.
Yeah.
But the first episode, I would hardly say it's a first episode, as you need to watch the pilot to understand all these characters.
Fair.
Because it's like, oh, are they going to recreate the pilot or something? Nope. vivziepop said it's soft canon. Everything happened, but the style is different. And so, good, I have to watch extra reading material to actually understand the show.
But where does Loki fall into the timeline?
He doesn't show
Do I
up
need
yet,
to watch that before?
actually, but I would still recommend watching that show.
Yeah.
A similar issue, you ever seen Bee and Puppycat? That series, ever seen that or heard of it?
On YouTube.
I've
I
only
watched it.
seen your video on it.
Oh, yes, you can go check out my video. So season 1 came out on
Plug.
Verve, and originally season 2 was going to come out on the same platform. However, it got bought out by Netflix, and there was an issue. Season 1 was not licensed by them, so they had to make 3 more episodes to piece together the thing. So
Wow.
season 2 is technically season 1 condensed also of season 2, and I guess they just didn't want to do that with Hazbin Hotel. They're like, just go watch the YouTube video, because it's like over-explaining the first few minutes where it's like, this is demons, and this is hell, and Lucifer is cool, and we're not going to mention God or Jesus specifically, but they have angels, and they kicked Lucifer out because he's cool and sexy and hot, and it's like,
That
So
is
which one
true.
is this still being Cat or is this Hazbin Hotel? Because there's
Hazbin
a bit of a
Hotel. It's
crossover
Hazbin
going on.
Hotel.
Both,
there.
Both
Okay.
of them. They both have hell.
Yeah.
They start off the episode, it's just like, hey, it's us at the Hazbin Hotel. It's like, fuck, you're just thrusting us into it. Okay, I guess. Do you know what the plot's about, essentially, at the Hazbin Hotel?
I'm just playing Angry Birds on my phone.
Okay. Like the
What
scene from
happens in the
Ted
first?
2.
Isn't it like?
Is that a Ted 2
isn't it-
reference, JJ?
Is it in Ted 2? I don't know. I'm just
Ted
playing.
2 is playing Angry Birds on his phone.
Yeah, well,
JJ,
I did it first.
Can you do an Angry Birds noise? Like, can you do an impression of an Angry Bird?
I just did it. I don't think it.
Was that
I don't
it?
think this. I don't think it allowed it.
Can you do it one
But
more
it's in
time?
there.
Did I go
Ah!
Mine-
Sorry, that's
mine-
my
mine
pig
is-
PTSD. That was actually pretty good.
It's more of a toad kind of thing. So basically,
You
Hazbin
guys are
Hotel,
watching this. You
or
chose
listening
this.
to it. If you're listening to us in the car, don't, because this isn't on Spotify yet, or never will be, or maybe it will. So if
If
you're
you-
watching this in the
No.
car, veer right for me.
If you're listening to this in the car, pull aside because you might feel your hands like drifting to the left or right towards the guardrail.
Your eyes are starting to get sleepy right now as you
Yeah.
go to work and crash your car. But
You're
Hazbin
really
Hotel,
easily driving.
it's
Your
basically
NyQuil is
a
kicking in.
angels love to kill demons because hell's getting too big, because hell might eventually go after the angels. And apparently the Hazbin Hotel is supposed to redeem the creatures and bring them to heaven. Doesn't really matter actually, because the angels like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. And they just proceed to do more Hazbin Hotel stuff. Like Charlie, the main character, doesn't tell anyone. The angels said no, and it's never brought up again in those 4 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where does the sex demon come in?
He comes
Sex
everywhere, my
Demon's in
man.
the first episode.
Everywhere.
Yeah, he comes
saw-
everywhere.
I saw the video of him doing a TikTok dance.
No,
Yeah?
no, that's not real. That's not real. No way.
You mean the Addict song or the Poison song? Those
Well,
are
oh,
different
It's the
songs.
one where
It's-
he's
wait,
like,
it's
he's
real?
like, he's like in a porn shoot or something, and then he does like for like 1 second is like the fucking like peace sign, the wave, the surfer hand sign,
Yeah,
TikTok dance.
In one of the episodes, it's revealed that I had to establish this, by the way. The plot is very slow. Like, I've watched 4 episodes, and it feels like just
Okay.
1.5 episodes already went by, and it's just like I'm not looking forward to the rest of the series. But it turns out Angel Dust is owned by a pimp named Valentino, and he is a rapist.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, not a good guy. And they make jokes of him in a way that's like, are we making this guy lovable, human? What are we doing with this guy?
He got me
Wait,
so
they
off
make
guard.
Valentino like a sympathetic-ish character?
Kind of. And they have a graphic scene of domestic abuse and sexual
Yeah.
assault.
Oh,
And
cut the part of me laughing out. You just caught me so off guard. You said fucking, I'm like, oh, when
Yeah.
does the sex demon come in? He's like, oh, well, it turns out he's owned by a pimp named Valentino, and he's a rapist. And this is a lot at once.
yeah,
You're-
no,
you're so bad.
it took them a full
You're
week.
awful for laughing at that. How could you? Cancel.
It's Valentino. Is he fucking one of the impractical jokers?
So it took them
Also
a full
rapist.
week to have a disclosure that says, hey guys, this might be in there. Because every other show that has domestic or sexual assault lists it. They tell people it's gonna be in the fucking show. And so when you watch the actual episode and then learn more about it, it doesn't really handle it well, because often in situations like this, they don't show everything, or if they do, they do it a bit more... The difficult thing when it comes to something like this is that no one experience is the same, and everyone would have different opinions regarding how it's portrayed. But saying that Hazbin Hotel had a great domestic abuse scene goes as hard as saying Family Guy has a good transgender scene. It's like, that's
Ooh.
nice, but it's still Family Guy.
That just feels like such a
Yeah.
weird place to have such a heavy scene in.
Yeah.
Like even The Boys, I don't think had like a scene where a guy's owned by a pimp rapist, and they're trying to be as terrible as possible.
Yeah, we actually get a lot of scenes of Valentino, as well as Charlie trying to help. And one of the songs after Poison, I think Poison is a good song. I think it does demonstrate something that was good in terms of domestic abuse, I suppose. But the follow-ups...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's an interesting quote, Ryan.
that's an interesting quote. But the song after it has him talking with his friend Husk, and Husk is like, we're both losers, baby. We're basically the same. Me being addicted to alcohol and you being raped. And it's like,
Yeah,
that's
definitely in that ballpark.
What?
I get what they're trying to do with the song by saying, we all have problems, I want to be there for you, but that's not how it reads in the text.
Yeah, you know,
Words.
substance abuse and violent assault, it's the same thing, baby. Get over here and smooch my dick off or whatever
Smooch
they do.
it.
Do they kiss? Do they kiss?
Not yet. They're edging us. They're edging us for the kiss. I know they're gonna
It's
kiss.
queer baiting, queer baiting. I say that with like a full-on lesbian couple in the first episode.
Oh yeah, one of the main characters is called Vaggie.
Yeah, vagina.
Do you have anything to say about that, JJ?
Wait, is it actually supposed to be a play on vagina?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, Angel Dust
have a-
calls her vagina in the first episode.
Yeah.
I have a chance in this industry.
So throughout the show, you kind of get a sense that the creators wanted to show off all their cool characters and didn't really focus
yeah.
on anyone. And I'm gonna pitch something. I'm gonna pitch something to you.
Ooh.
Very interesting. So there was a prequel comic that is maybe not canon, maybe it's canon, I remember, where it just focuses on Angel Dust and his journey to the Hazbin Hotel. And so my pitch for Hazbin Hotel, the series, should have been him. It should have been not a first person because it's a show and everything, but basically his point of view of seeing this person, the daughter of hell, wants to redeem everyone, but then find out later, oh, we can't redeem everyone. She basically lied to us. That seems more interesting than Charlie being the main character, because you actually get more side tangents with with Angel Dust and the other characters, and it's like, who's the main character again? What do we?
Well,
what
as
we
someone
supposed
who
to
hasn't
focus on?
watched the show, what is the overarching plot?
The overarching, so you're asking for the overarching plot?
Like, yeah, I guess so. Like,
Yep.
how goes the show?
So every year, angels come down to kill demons, and there's a mass genocide. They don't explain where the demons go. They just kind of die, I guess. And in this one, because they found out that one of the demons killed an angel, they're going to get killed every 6 months now. And
Wow.
Charlie wants to redeem people by making this Hazbin Hotel. And the angels say, no, we're not going to do that. And they proceed to do it anyway. And no one asks about it. Like, when she immediately talks to Vaggie after the meeting with the angel or whatever, there's not like a
Vagina.
scene, yes, vagina, where she says, oh, yes, they loved it. And they gave me a list of things that we need to do to be redeemed. No, they just kind of have trust exercises and shit. And it's like, are we doing anything? Does this matter? Does any of this actually matter? Not really working, guys.
Like, overall, I'm getting the feeling, like, in general, this is not working.
No. And to be fair, I'm gonna be very fair. The most fair, one can say. This is her first overarching plot with the studio, while also working with her own team, independently. Juggling two shows is difficult. We do not know the writing process. We don't know the hoops that they went through to do this. But in the end, I'll say go listen to the songs. They're fun! Yay!
Yippee!
Yeah.
Woo.
I should emphasize, I'm not choosing not to watch it to be an asshole. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, no, that's
or
fair.
cup of cum or whatever, rapists. But like, I
That'd
think
be
it's
the worst
it's
selling
very
coffee.
Yeah,
Cup of rapists. I
definitely.
don't want that.
That's why Jacksepticeye stopped selling coffee, I think.
Oh.
But
What?
I found out what they were selling in my
that's
coffee.
real. Yeah, it was just a weird name for it.
Yeah,
but
right.
I think it's really impressive that a YouTube series has made it this far. Like, I saw a video of it on Times Square.
Oh yes, I did see that.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, so like,
didn't
good
see
for
that.
them. But it's unfortunate that it's
That it's bad, because I don't
I
like it.
wouldn't say it's
It's
bad.
problematic.
I haven't even watched it. Fuck it.
The difficult thing when it comes to bad media is levels of bad. Like, The Room is bad, and you can enjoy it. This
Yeah.
is kind of, it almost hits the mark of what it wants to do, and usually that takes 2 or 3 seasons to get there. I've been watching this series called The Orville by Seth MacFarlane,
I love
and the
that
first
show.
season is not good.
I love that show so much.
We'll get into that.
I've never even heard of it.
It's basically Star Trek.
I've never watched Star Trek.
What?
Moving on
Yeah.
from that conversation, I suppose.
Continue, sorry, I didn't mean to tangent.
Seth MacFarlane admitted that season 1, he felt like he had to end a scene with a joke because that's what people expected of him. And so in season 2 and 3, he lessened that to put jokes more organically in it, and the show became better. So maybe the second season of Hazbin Hotel can get better. I'm not sure. We're not
Yeah,
there
like
yet.
find its footing and all that.
Yeah, JJ, you have your opinion of a show you never watched. Go on.
Well, as someone who hasn't ever watched the show, I feel like I'm educated enough to say that I wouldn't put my eggs in that basket just
Yeah.
because I feel like as far as they pushed his envelope, it definitely... I can't imagine it was Amazon coming in like, hey, can we have a rapist subplot? I'm sure that was the creative control.
No.
I'm going to
No,
imagine...
yeah, it is. Do you remember the music video, Addict? Like
Yeah,
with
I do.
Angel Dust and Cherry Bomb or whatever her name is? There is like a brief like second in that music video where
Mm-hmm.
it shows like Angel Dust getting sexually assaulted by Valentino, and it just shows it for a split second as like a memory
Yeah.
in that music video. So like it's absolutely part of Angel Dust's story that he does get sexually assaulted, that he is a victim of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
assumedly often.
So yeah, that's to what I'm saying. I feel like this is probably the end of the I think they're gonna be putting them on a tighter leash creatively the next season
Maybe.
if they go that route.
Yeah.
Based on the backlash, most likely.
So it's gonna be the opposite of the Seth MacFarlane thing, where they're probably gonna give her a lot less freedom with it.
Maybe,
Hmm.
but we'll have to see because the 5th and 6th episode releases by the time this is out. So we'll be back next week to briefly talk about that and other interesting topics
Yippee!
like Palworld.
Or Angry Birds.
You seen any of those games?
No.
You wanna
I've
go
heard of
into-
Angry Birds though. Let's talk about
love-
Angry Birds.
Fucking love Angry Birds.
I love Angry Birds. What's Palworld, JJ? What's that about?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, it's kind of like Pokemon, but with guns.
Oh,
You ever heard of that idea?
I have heard that. What if Mario
And
was in the Unreal Engine?
and
Slavery.
slave labor.
The
What?
Orville had slavery too.
Yeah, they have.
What?
You can make the Pokemon work in a factory.
So you're saying is that consumers want to enslave Pokemons to do their bidding?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
For the first time in Pokemon, slave labor.
Not for the first time. That's literally their inception.
Oh shit, you're right.
A lot about this game. It's apparently from inexperienced developers. Like they found one from a gas station, and one guy never rigged in
What?
his life.
What a
Hey,
story.
I'm for hire.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
found our animator. We found this
There
guy.
he
He was in a gas station.
He's pretty cool, actually. His name's Dave. He knows how to rig.
Inhaling fiberglass from a plastic bag.
And they're in Pokemon, the company.
Found this one outside of a rehab. This one does our background art.
As soon as he finished, he went back in.
There is some interesting stuff of whether or not this is AI based, like they took a Pokemon, threw him through an AI generator, then someone redrew him, or if they're directly inspired by Pokemon. They're being
I don't see the
investigated.
similarity.
It's not that you see the similarities, it's more so if they took aspects and didn't disclose it, or if they did use AI and didn't disclose it, it's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
I just look at the game and just kind of uninspired, I suppose. Like when I look at it, it's just like Mario and Unreal Engine. We did it, guys.
Pretty cool. Nintendo hire this man became Nintendo sue this man.
They did get someone who modded in Ash Ketchum and Pokemon into the game, but that was because they put it behind a paywall. That's the only
Wait,
reason.
that's like no wait, that's behind a paywall.
Yeah, like they charged money for a mod. Yeah.
Like the guy that made the mod, not Pal's
Yeah,
guys.
no, just a regular guy, not from a gas station. Regular guy who did that.
What's sad is I would totally buy that.
But we'll see if this
I want to shoot
game
Lucario. in
has
his
continued
face.
success, because it's only the first week or so it's been out. Usually for a lot of these games, you really have to push people to continue it. It's kind of like when Elden Ring came out, and then everyone beat the game, and the developers like, why aren't people playing our game more? So we finished it. We're done. We moved on. Was it them or it was Cyberpunk? It was one of those games.
No, it was Elden Ring. I remember it like shot down immediately, and people were confused why a fucking single player campaign game wasn't
I
being
don't
played
remember.
for
I don't pay
months.
attention to that shit.
That's okay.
I
But
have a
our
tattoo on my arm.
our favorite streamer, our favorite big brain streamer who loves to think a lot, who has very good philosophy classes and loves to think, Asmongold had
Yeah.
a great
No!
take.
No.
He had an amazing take.
Modern day
Ew.
Einstein.
2 Einsteins and 1 brain. Do you wanna get into that, JJ?
Well, when he's not fucking scribbling like drawings of mammoths in blood from his mouth on his wall,
Yeah.
like a fucking Neanderthal, he's coming up with amazing takes like, you know, AI. People don't care if art is AI or not. The consumers don't give a shit. So shut the fuck up.
Love that.
And that's I don't like that.
No.
Consumers don't know shit. If you fed them AI, they would just eat that shit up. Yum yum yum.
Yeah. And then he made a 2-hour video explaining his stance, and it was just not understanding where the backlash came from at all.
I only heard about the one little clip, like from a stream where he was watching like a Ludwig video or something. I never heard about the 2-hour video.
He
What
did- yeah,
the fuck?
It came out today. I was looking up his YouTube because I wanted to see what kind of videos he
What-
made, which
Yeah.
Did he
you
just
know.
double down on what he said in the clip?
I didn't watch the full thing, but
I'm
I
guessing
watched
you
like
did.
a good amount of it. It's just him responding to people and like being like, I hear what you're saying, but I don't, and I disagree.
Ugh.
It's kind of
For
like
2 hours.
what's supposed to put it. Everyone Tara Strong made a tweet that was like AI voices suck, and then recently she used AI art, and everyone's like, bitch, I thought you hated AI, and then she deleted the tweet.
I didn't see that. I thought you were going to talk about something else regarding her.
Yeah,
No,
she has a lot of
nothing else.
bangers.
Nothing,
Yeah.
She had a
nothing
lot
else
of
about her.
bangers. A lot of. She's a big shipper.
Yeah, you remember that one tweet from like 2012 of like pregnant like Riven and Starfire, and then she posted it, and then people found it like
Yeah.
8 years later. They were like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck? Why did she post this?"
I was thinking more about the Ben 10 one.
Oh yeah,
I've
that
never
one.
seen the Ben 10 one. What's the Ben 10 one?
Enlighten us on this.
Yes, please.
She shipped Ben and Gwen.
Oh.
Wait, aren't they siblings?
Interesting.
They're
yeah,
cousins,
they're
yeah.
cousins.
Ew, they're cousins. Oh my god.
No, but
What the
listen,
fuck?
she played the old lady in Chowder, so it's okay.
Oh, good.
Ah, that is true. I do really love Chowder.
But Asmongold, there are
Yes,
AI
sorry.
streamers, and so I'm sure someone can make the argument, why do I want to watch Asmongold when I can just watch an AI streamer?
Yeah.
'Cause they do
No,
exist.
True.
that's how it is. Like, honestly, for everyone, all these assholes being like, you know, oh, what? You getting replaced? Just learn how to code. You don't you think they're gonna stop at voice acting? You don't think like zeros and ones are like their bread and butter? Like you're gonna have a job in the next 10 years.
Yeah, for a lot of so AI stuff is a general term, like just it is literally just a general term. And when I went to CES, it's like electronic trade show, they used a shit ton of AI as like a buzzword where it's like our product now has AI, and you're like, what does it do? For some stuff like Google, Google has this thing where you're gonna say, help me write a letter, and it's like, that's nice. That's good AI. That's fine. But then I saw a concept car. I'm not going to say the one because I don't want to be mean to the company. That was like, it was like generate an AI thank you card with an image of a dog and send it to this person. And I wanted to ask, why would I want my car to do that? It's like, that's cool. That can do it. But also, no, that's okay.
It's so bad. I hate it. On Google mentioning that, if you were to now that you Google anything on images, there's like a 50% chance it'll be AI. Like if I were to Google Mario kissing Pac-Man, instead of like 15 DeviantArt or like drawing book colored in images coming up, it's going to be an AI generated image from like the worst engine possible.
Bleh.
You know what isn't
Exactly.
the worst engine possible?
What?
It's our
The
comments,
Nissan-
our questions.
Great segue, Ryan.
Great segue. From our YouTube channel,
Fantastic.
if you ever want to comment something, you can comment on our YouTube channel or Discord, and we'll read that shit.
Yeah.
Tigger4665
What?
didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it.
Still withstanding. I like it much better than the plot. There are no unnecessary side effects and less constant cursing. Is the third host Verbal Ace? So we talked about the new
Yeah.
host. You want to talk about Verbal Ace for a second?
I'm Verbal Ace.
Verbal Ace. Beatbox
Yeah, we have
by
lives
Verbal Ace.
outside of this podcast, guys.
I'm broke right now. No reason why.
No reason why.
I really need money.
Just $50,000 on nothing. Very important stuff.
I just poor investment. I won't say what.
You know, ironically, that's the video I've seen. That's the most Hazbin Hotel I've actually ever watched.
Really?
Do you like it?
Technically,
Wait, you've
yeah.
never even seen the pilot?
I watched some of it, and I'm like, this is cool.
So
But I
you
didn't-
watched less than 3 minutes of the pilot, but you watched the entirety of the Verbal Ace animation?
Of course. Well, I didn't
Of
watch
course,
the entire,
why?
I didn't
Of
watch,
course.
I didn't watch the
Of course, I wanna
entirety
see
of the
everything.
Verbal Ace video. I
Let's see
didn't
if it
fucking...
shows up.
I just
Sure
watched
you
whatever
did.
clips came up. Yeah, let's just move on to the next question. Move on to the next question.
Sam
Yeah,
Robinson,
yeah.
3726. I think it's kind of refreshing to see a show bring a Broadway-type musical in the show, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the music. They are creative with the lyrics, and the animation is pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, I saw people being mean about the animation, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's good.
I didn't understand that. It looks good.
Yeah, like, you could dislike the writing and everything else
Yeah,
about it.
of course.
But the voice acting is good.
Yeah.
The singing is good. The animation's good. It's animated by the people who made Bob's Burgers.
Oh, I love Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, the bento box.
Yeah.
It looks...
Also, the first thing I noticed while I was watching the pilot, I forgot to say it earlier, I'm sorry, but like the first thing that I noticed about the pilot was the voice actor, the new voice actor for Husk is the same voice actor as the president in Rick and Morty. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
don't know
it's
the
Keith
actor's
David.
name.
Keith David.
Who?
Keith
David.
David? All right, Keith
Yeah,
David. I'm
he's an
gonna keep that
up-and-comer.
name in mind now, so
He's
that I don't look
underground.
like a jackass. But like, I was like, Mr. President, like as soon as he came on the screen.
If you ever go
Always
up to
pretty
him,
troll.
you should say, I loved you in Rick and Morty. Nothing else.
I don't know what he looks like.
He looks like Keith David.
Okay, well, I'll just imagine what Keith David looks like, and then when I see what I imagine Keith David to look like in fucking France, because that's where I live, I'll go up to him and say that I loved you in Rick and Morty, and they'll be like, excusez-moi, pourquoi, quoi?
In Discord, we got some questions. Also statements.
Discord!
The Dumb Raccoon. Hazbin Hotel's swearing overall felt like it was written by someone who just learned how to do it. But overall, the animation was wild. Also, what's your opinion on the whole Verbal Ace thing? That was whack. People keep bringing up Verbal Ace.
It did happen recently, and it is related to Hazbin Hotel.
Well, Dev, do you have any thoughts on that?
They somehow took the least sex character in the show and tried to give her sex. And I was like, she doesn't do that. It's like those posts where it's like, Hello Kitty does drugs. It's like, she does not. She likes cupcakes and kisses.
I
Yeah.
will say it wasn't very similar to the character that I know.
Of what little you saw of the character.
Yeah, she has eyes.
Good one.
Robo Linus Hunter. Is it specifically they're fighting someone named Linus and they're a robot and they're a hunter? Or is their name Linus and they're a robot, but they're a hunter of them?
Leave those peanuts alone.
I love the show. I've been a fan of its spin-off, Hell of a Boss, and I love seeing all the characters. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, you're fucking stupid, because it's just an opinion.
Is Hell of a
Yeah.
Boss the one with the sex wolf?
Yes.
Yes.
You'll like that one, because she shows up a lot.
Yeah.
The one with... Is that the one that you told me you used to say I had a pillow of?
Yeah, throughout
Yes.
the entire year.
Yes, it is. It is the Luna pillow.
Luna.
Great.
She's
Yeah.
like 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
and furry.
It is a big pillow.
Speaking of Hell of a Boss, that is my boyfriend's absolute favorite show, and that is like why he also loves Hazbin Hotel so much. I bought him for Christmas a skateboard with a Stolas design on it, and he needs to get wheels, and then he can ride it around.
Yeah, they did so.
That is an important
skateboards.
part.
Yeah. I also got him some pins at a convention that we went to in October, but he loves Hell of a Boss. He loves that show.
Don't tell him about this podcast then.
I haven't seen it. I'm not saying it's bad.
X2 PPG pingable. I guess you can ping them. Okay. The show is very cool. I listen to a few songs every day. The character designs look really good. They bolded it.
Every day.
Do you have a song that you listen to every day? Do you think it's pretty good?
Not Hazbin Hotel.
Not every day.
What about
But
recently?
I do have some songs that I frequently listen to out of Hazbin Hotel. Oh, no, wait.
Yeah?
Okay, it's not Hazbin Hotel, but I do really like the Hell of a Boss song, Look at This. It's like sung by the guy who plays like Fizzaroli. It's pretty good.
What about you, JJ? Any songs you've been listening to lately?
You
Uh,
sing Baby Shark, Jay?
I guess I've been on a binge for some. I don't know why. It's just stuck in my brain. This one Elvis song, Moody Blues.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
I love that song.
Not to foreshadow anything, but he doesn't make it.
What?
What?
Elvis doesn't
No!
make it. He's not alive anymore.
Yes, he does.
What? Spoilers!
He actually comes back though.
When?
He already came back.
Moody Blues.
Wait, how? What?
Like he,
Tell me who I'm talking to.
You can't
He
just
just-
spoil me and then ruin all my hopes and dreams.
Like, he just respawns.
JJ, you ever seen that meme where it's like Elvis Presley and he goes, "Whoa, it's Rick and Morty time." I love that
I have
meme
not.
so much.
That's
I'll send
horrifying.
it to you after.
Play clip
but
of it
it's one of my
on
favorites.
screen. Play clip.
It's Rick and Morty time.
That guy died
It's
on a
Rick
fucking
and
toilet.
Morty time.
Yeah, and then he respawned on the toilet like nothing happened.
What?
He came
Did
back.
he?
You know
on
what?
the toilet?
Yeah, other
way.
people can respawn. It wasn't just the Jesus thing. That happened to
Oh.
Elvis. That happened to Michael Jackson.
Did he
that happened
die and go
Tupac.
to the Hazbin Hotel?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't like this here, and then he left.
He's like, fuck, 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 fuck.
No, you know what, JJ?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a proposition, and you have to agree with it before I tell you what it is. Can you agree with it?
Those are usually the worst kind of propositions.
You guys say yes. You guys say yes.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
Okay. If there's
Lay it on me.
if there's an episode of Hazbin Hotel where they have to rehabilitate Hitler, will you watch that episode?
Well, I already said yes. Is
Okay,
that actually
but-
like something that would happen?
I don't know, but I'm not saying I want it to happen.
That
I
would
don't
be
think
really
they're. I
funny.
don't.
But I'm
I
saying
don't
it'd be
think
funny.
they'd probably try to fuck him.
They would. They would.
They
They would
make
find
us to a
some way,
porn
like Angel Dust being like, "Howdy there, Mr. Adolf."
They'd make him into a gay porn star, and then he'd meet Ronaldo. I don't
Gay
know.
German porn star to star with Angel Dust.
Here's a question: if they put gay
Oh, Mr.
Hitler,
Hitler.
if they put gay Hitler with Ronaldo,
Yeah.
and like they paired them up, would that
Who's
be
Ronaldo?
Like,
Who's Ronaldo?
who's the rapist?
Valentino.
Valentino.
All right, listen. They
Same
put
with
Valentino.
Ronaldo, the soccer player.
Okay, listen. They put Valentino. Ronaldo's not a part of this episode. All right, they
Okay.
put Valentino and Hitler in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like is that gonna be frowned upon, or is that gonna be like I guess?
But he's got to
I
sing a
guess if
song
anyone-
about how Hitler's
They're
a
made
loser.
for each other.
they're
be
made for each
fine.
other, but like but then
Exactly.
like would Valentino be like
Yeah.
like I mean obviously it's not good that he's that, but if he's with Hitler, it's just like it's a moral
Two
question.
wrongs don't make a right, JJ.
Nope, they both go to hell.
Well, they're both already in
They're
hell,
already there.
But they got to be redeemed. Because every
Yeah.
demon needs to be redeemed. And demons are
It is
humans.
It is very interesting that they're in hell, and still the biggest threat is dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like this is some basic writing of the afterlife.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's basic writing of the afterlife. That there's a second hell or something.
There's not
Yeah,
a
there's,
second
like,
hell. They just kind of die.
There's death, and then there's death to Electric Boogaloo.
Remember in Coco
Everyone knows that.
when they're like, if you get forgotten, you fucking die harder. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
And then the guy disappears, and then he's never seen again.
You
know
die
that?
in their memories. You die for real.
You die harder. Is that the one where
Yeah.
he says he has the
Yeah.
the one where he says the N word on his?
That's
on
that's
his
why you
song?
have to do
Whoa.
something incredibly
I
heinous.
don't remember that.
That's Die Hard 3.
Die harder.
Oh.
Yeah.
It says
I've
it.
never seen Die Hard. I'm sorry.
He doesn't say it. He just has to wear. That would be a good episode for Hazbin Hotel. Or
Yeah.
What,
Let's do
they
that.
say the N word?
Where they
Well, I don't say
contemplate
they
saying
wouldn't
it.
say it. They wouldn't say it.
Well, why can't they,
They
say
would
it? They're in hell.
imply that they said the N word.
I'm gonna play Angry
Is that-
Birds until
is
this
that what you're
episode ends. I'm
suggesting?
playing Angry Birds. I'm playing Angry Birds. I'm not a part of this N word.
But that is actually
there they go flying.
The end of the episode, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We talked about the Hazbin Hotel and Palworld.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked about Hitler. We did everything. We accomplished everything in my notes.
Average
Hitler X
bad
Angel
take
Dust,
delete.
Hitler X Valentino.
Yay, Hitler X the viewer.
Who do you ship
you.
in Hazbin Hotel? Tell us in the comments below. Wrong answers only.
Please.
Fucking epic rap battles ending.
Who won? You decide!
Goodbye, everybody.
Choose your own adventure.
Everyone.
Goodbye,
You
everybody.
guys decide.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye!
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll be.
Oh, God,
Wait, look
fucking
at my
arm.
arm.
Whoa,
God,
fuck, what's going on with you?